Hey, thanks for joining us. I'm JR with Anglers Midwest. We're here on Stockton Lake today. A beautiful day for walleye fishing. We're at the beginning of the second week of June. We've got a good south wind, about 15 miles an hour. Puts a good chop on the water. Perfect walleye day. We've got all partial overcast. You can't ask for much more. So let's get right to it, see what we can do. Let her drop to the bottom. And we'll just see if we can find something feeding on this fine June afternoon. What happens here in June as the water gets up above 75 is these walleye have to feed tremendously to maintain their metabolism. A lot of people, you think of walleye as a cold water fish, but I tell you what, they're in some of these warm water lakes down south. They have super appetites as the water warms. So what they do is sometimes during the day they're going to feed. And if you can be out there and find the pattern that they're feeding, it can be some of the best fishing of the year. What I like to do is I like to search for them right on the bottom. And you've got to search every day. You've got to look at different depths of water. But what we're patterning right now is we're on some point ends. And we're seeing fish sitting right on the bottom. And I've got one picking it up right now. And here I'm going to see if I've got him. There's a fish right there. And that is a smallmouth bass. We've got a lot of smallmouth in this lake also, and you never know what you're going to catch on a day of fishing at Stockton. Oh, that's not what we're after, but it's a little bonus. Pretty young smallmouth. A walleye will feed almost like a channel cat. They will take advantage of the situation. They will take advantage of what's hatching. And right now you've got a lot of young of the year crawdads. And they will get up on these points and these rocks and root around and get crawdads. So a lot of times I will adjust my color schemes according to what they may be feeding on. Today I'm throwing right now kind of a chartreuse and orange pattern because a lot of our natural crawdads have a greenish tint to them. And then the orange and chartreuse also, it has been proven to be one of the highest visibility at any depth of water for most game fish species. So it's always a good place to start with a good chartreuse or chartreuse and orange or a chartreuse and brown. You just can't hardly go wrong by trying different patterns on any given day. If I find them feeding on young of the year bluegill, something like that, I may switch to something with some pink or some red and blacks in it. Seems to work good.